Oh, how's it going? These are my betting results for UFC 275, but first I would just like to say, entertainment-wise, totally worth it. Totally worth it. This pay-per-view was totally worth buying. I will let you know why in just a bit, but as far as betting goes, I got back less than half of what I bet, so that wasn't really a good sports betting day, but entertainment-wise, UFC 275 was fucking awesome. Loved it, loved it. Anyways, here are my betting results for UFC 275. Let's dig into it. When it comes to Romana Pascal versus Jocelyn Edwards, I bet $5 on Romana Pascal, and Jocelyn Edwards took that one, so respect to Jocelyn Edwards. When it comes to Liang Na versus Silvana Gomez-Juarez, I bet $5 on Silvana Gomez-Juarez, and I won some money from that. Respect to Silvana Gomez-Juarez. And when it comes to Kyung Ho Kang versus Batgarel Dana, I bet $5 on Batgarel Dana, but Kyung Ho Kang squeezed out a victory there. Good job to Kyung Ho Kang. When it comes to Haysher Mahashate versus Steve Garcia Jr., apparently I misclicked and I bet $5 on Haysher Mahashate, who ended up winning. So that was a lucky misclick. Good job, Haysher Mahashate. When it comes to Joshua Kulibio versus Seung Woo Choi, I bet $5 on Seung Woo Choi, and Joshua Kulibio ended up winning that bout. So respect to Joshua, and you cost me $5, Josh. And when it comes to Brendan Allen versus Jacob Malkoon, I bet $5 on Brendan Allen, and luckily Brendan Allen secured that victory. Good job. And then when it comes to the main card, the main card was fucking awesome. When it comes to Jack Della Maddalena, I bet, and versus Ramazan Ameev. When it comes to Jack Della Maddalena versus Ramazan Ameev, I bet $5 on Ramazan Ameev to win, but Jack Della Maddalena ended up winning. You know, good job, Jack Della Maddalena. What are you gonna do, right? Now, when it comes to Andre Fiallo versus Jake Matthews, I was so excited for this fight. Like, it was just seeing the fact that, you know, Andre Fiallo had so many fights this year, all that stuff. There's so much hype around Andre. And just, I was so excited for Andre. Like, I really thought Andre was going to do it. If I had a farm, I said I would have bet the farm, but it was a good thing I didn't have a farm yet. I don't have a farm yet, because I would have bet the entire fucking thing. And, you know, Jake Matthews ended up squeezing out a very decisive victory. It was like pure Jake Matthews, that entire fight. And, yep, good job, Jake Matthews. You cost me $5, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And then when it comes to Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Weili Zhang, that fight was awesome. That fight was really fucking awesome. And then, but like, what happened was Weili Zhang made a really, really great play. She did a fucking spinning back fist, and she caught Joanna right in the fucking like temple region and just knocked her out. That's it. That was it. You know what I mean? I bet $7.50 on Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and what happened was Weili Zhang caught her with the spinning back fist. So I mean, what are you gonna do? You know, that's the nature of gambling, and Weili Zhang won the second fight that they had. I was hoping for the trilogy and all that stuff, but what was kind of beautiful about that match afterwards was, you know, Joanna Jędrzejczyk ended up quitting and retiring, you know, so like, she's one of the greatest around, so I just, you know, wish her well. It was very emotional. You could see her kind of tearing up and all that stuff, because she tried so fucking hard. She wanted to really win this fight. Obviously they both wanted to really win the fight, but like, Joanna just, you know, there's a lot of heart there. There's a lot of heart there. You could see that it was very emotional for her to retire. Maybe if she won that fight, maybe she wouldn't have retired, but who knows? As far as that goes, though, Weili Zhang, really amazing spinning back fist by Weili Zhang. That was fucking amazing. And then when it comes to Valentina Shevchenko versus Taila Santos, well, everybody guessed right in the betting world, right? Everybody said that Valentina Shevchenko was going to win, and that's what happened. But the fight was phenomenal. The fight was great. Like, I really thought that Taila Santos won that. Like, overall, like, just watching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds, and I just, like, after the 5 rounds, I thought that Taila Santos won like 4 of those rounds, just because she had more ground control and stuff like that. But the judges must have seen more damage, which, yeah, that was true. Like, Taila Santos had way more damage done to her than Valentina Shevchenko, because, you know, Taila Santos had like a broken orbital and all that stuff, like orbital fracture, whatever it's called. And that was from, you know, Valentina landing so many punches and just, you know, like dominating it with her punches. But the groundwork and stuff like that, every time they would go to the ground, I swear that Taila Santos would get on top or like get back control or something like that. It was just one of those nights where I was just like, go Taila Santos. I was rooting for Taila Santos, even though I bet money on Valentina Shevchenko, and she won me some money back from that $10. But I was so impressed by Taila Santos. I'm proud of you, Taila Santos, wherever you are in the world. Heal up, and maybe you'll have a rematch with Valentina Shevchenko somewhere down the line, showing that Valentina Shevchenko is just only human. That's all. But that was a great fight, though. You know, watch it. And then when it comes to the main event was fucking phenomenal. Seriously, like Glover Teixeira versus Yuri Prohaska, that was like a phenomenal main event. I almost don't want to spoil it for you just in case you didn't watch it yet, but ultimately, Yuri Prohaska ended up squeezing out a victory with like 40 or 30 seconds left in the 5th round. And the entire fight though, Glover Teixeira was going to win by decision. If he were just to last that final minute, I believe that Glover Teixeira was going to win by decision. And for Yuri Prohaska to finish the fight with like 30 seconds remaining or whatever it was, there's just like a miracle for Yuri Prohaska as far as that goes, because like, wow, did Glover ever teach Yuri a lesson? I mean, Yuri's going to come back much stronger, and he's going to be such a driving force in regards to having the title and defending the title when it comes to, his next bout and all that stuff. But just the way things went, like the main event, it was fucking phenomenal. Like, check out the fight. Glover Teixeira was awesome. I believe that Glover said that he was going to retire in November. I wanted Glover to win this fight so that he could retire on top in November or whatever, but them's the breaks. That's the way sports betting is. That's the way UFC is. When it's just two people against one another on any given day, it's like a coin flip. Like I said, I thought Andre Fiallo was a shoo-in. I thought he was a lock. But as far as that fight went, Jake Matthews ended up winning. But but the main event, something to talk about forever, man. Forever. That was like a really good battle of wills, battle of heart, all heart. That fight was entirely all heart. They were amazing. It was a fucking great pay-per-view overall. So thanks to Bruce Buffer always being the best. I always got to thank Bruce Buffer for being the best ring announcer in the entire fucking world. But life's going pretty good, man. UFC 275 was amazing. I'm looking forward to UFC 276. When it comes to Adesanya versus Cannonier, I still don't know who I'm going to pick to win the bet. Last time I made a bet was for Adesanya to win against what's his name there? Was it Whitaker or something like that? I can't remember right now. But I placed a bet for that, and Adesanya ended up winning. This time around, though, Cannonier's like the real deal. Like Cannonier versus Adesanya. I don't know who to choose right now. I'm going to do more research and then try to make my best guess and choose from there. Like right now, I'm leaning towards Adesanya, but at the same time, Cannonier though is so vicious. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen there. All I know is that O'Malley is going to end up winning. I feel. Anyway, we'll see what happens though with UFC 276. And I just wanted to say shout out to Bontarine. They canceled Rogerio Bontarin's fight because he had some kidney issue or whatever. So I hope that Bontarine heals up and that he comes back stronger than ever. But it was sad just to hear that their fight got canceled. But those are my betting results for UFC 275, and I am super excited to see what happens for UFC 276. I'll have my bets up before July, and thanks for watching, and everybody take care. Respect.